All right, guys. So, why would you pay 160 grand just for a trip to the Caribbean? Okay, let me explain. A lot of people talk a big game, and yet they fly commercial. Oh, I'm gonna teach you how to make a million or millions or whatever, but they don't fly private. Like, they're flying commercial. I don't get it. I don't get it. I know a lot of people, they want to play it slow, meaning they want to save pennies and don't not take any risks, measure the risks. They want to save, and they're I think they're too careful. Everybody thought I was crazy when I got a Ferrari and I was pretty much broke. And I got a Ferrari and I was in that little office over there, see? Right there. I got that Ferrari and I used it like a prostitute. I did a lot of videos. I said it at Driven, and I told people like, hey, use your Ferrari like a prostitute. People thought I was crazy. Well, now I'm using a jet like a prostitute. You got to use your jet like a prostitute. So there's a lot of cool things about a jet, private jet, besides you don't have to wear any masks. The plane doesn't leave till you're ready. You can't miss a flight. One of our biggest problems was we were always missing a flight. Our flights, we were always missing them. We would get there late and we would miss our flight because we're always running around and maximizing everything with our time. And then they told my little girl, you got to wear a mask. And we were like, hey, we're done. We're not wearing any fucking masks. So that's why it all started, and then what I realized was, though, that the conversations that you have 50,000 feet up the ground are different than the conversations you have here in the ground, on the ground. So all these conversations, they went from maybe $100 conversations to like $1 billion conversations. And the fact that, hey, you don't have to stop when you go to Virgin Islands, for example. You don't have to make a stop in Florida or New York and then connect to the Virgin Islands. You fly straight. You save a lot of time. And then the inspiration that you get so inspired just being up, flying private. It's amazing. You guys have to experience this. You won't find anybody that you ask, no matter how rich, or if they were on somebody else's jet, or it was a one-time gig that somebody took them on. When you fly private, it inspires you here so big. It makes you think so much bigger that you're like, man, this is possible. This exists. I never knew that Beverly Hills, Bel Air existed. I never knew that Sunset Plaza existed until I came here for the first time with my dad to help him paint a house. And I'm like, wow. And then I saw the Ferrari and it was game over for me. My mind was fucked up because now I knew that, hey, I want to have all of this stuff. Yeah, I get it. People are going to say it's not all about material things. Hey, once you drive a Ferrari, you can't go back. Once you fly private, you can't go back. Once you live in Bel Air, you can't go back. And then the number one biggest thing is marketing. You got to market the shit out of the plane, just like I marketed the shit out of the Ferrari that I could barely afford. And then after that, all of a sudden I could afford so many more Ferraris and so many more better things in my life. So you got to market. You got to put yourself out there and show off a little bit. Get people's attention so that you can grow your business. All right? It's $1 billion idea. And people might say, hey, you got to play it safe. You got to play it slow. Look, I'm not in this game to become an old billionaire. No, I'm in this game to become a young Billy. I am going to become a young billionaire. I'm not going to wait till I'm old. Time is clicking and I don't want to get old. I don't want to be wrinkly and then finally try to enjoy life. Because something I did yesterday, guys, and I'll leave it with this. I'll leave you all with this. Okay? Yesterday, I do a lot of things. And like, I'm a CEO of a lot of companies. I'm always on my phone. I deal with a lot of people. our main focus right now is people. We got to add more people. Systems and technology is big for us right now. Training, not recruiting. A lot of people think that they're going to get big by recruiting the experienced top producers. No, that's not how you're going to get to a Billy. You got to get the fresh people. You got to have training for new people. A lot of events. We do a lot of events. You know, we're getting a bunch of leads with this cool, unique thing that we have. And we work so hard to be known, to be celebrities, to be famous, so that we can pull people. We get more attention. You control the narrative. So it's very important. So all of this stuff, it takes a lot of your head. You know, like yesterday, I'm like, I need some time to myself. I got to spend some time just me. And I also want to break. I want to mastermind with myself. I want to have conversations with my kids without my phone and see what they see in me that I don't see in me. And yesterday was a unique day, and I was just processing all this stuff by myself. Then I hung out with my kids and asked them, hey, what do you see in me that I don't see in you? And it was really hard to stay off my phone. You know, I'll be honest with you, I was still cheating and going to my phone. And I would catch myself, and I'm like, damn. And then I spent a lot of time by myself, and I explained to myself, this is why I fly private. This is why I work 16, 18 hours a day. This is why I just work. I'm addicted to work. And I expect everybody to work like me. And people, you can't do that, because not everybody is like you. Not everybody has your drive. So I broke down a lot of things, took a ton of notes by myself, and I figured all this out. Amazing feeling, guys. It was beautiful. So once again, if you haven't experienced flying private, you know, just for a simple trip, it's going to cost you about 160 grand minimum. And you're going to fly LA to Virgin Islands. You drive to the plane, just fly there. You're there in 6 hours. You're back in 6 hours. And the mastermind, you know, you think about it. This is going to generate, it's going to make you more than 100 times the 160K for a simple trip. Trust me. And that's just for the trip. That doesn't include, that's just for the jet. 160K for the jet. This doesn't include all the other shit. Like the booking of the rooms, like all the dinners and all the other stuff that's gonna take it to a whole different level. So once again, guys, if you have a problem with motivation, maybe whatever money you have, maybe you should invest it in something big that's gonna make you think big.